Welcome to Humble Narcissist Podcast episode
No idea.
24. So today, our topic that we're going to do is something that I truly love that I had to force my friend to get into.
You bullied me into watching.
I did. I bullied him into watching it because it's not very big yet in the U.S. However, we watched Eurovision 2024.
And when I say I watched it, I broke it up in little pieces and watched 30 minutes there, an hour here.
I watched it all in one run. Unfortunately, though, I had to do Mother's Day stuff on the finale night, which was last Saturday. Mm-hmm. So I didn't get to watch it like as it was happening, but I watched the replay as soon as I came home. Well, I like to watch it as it's happening because I think that now we can vote. But
it costs money to vote.
I will pay to vote for them.
Of course you would.
Well, I'm just saying.
Because you pay for the free games on your mobile phone.
I love Eurovision. No offense to American Idol, The Voice, and all that, but I feel like Eurovision's way better. I wait all year for it due to the fact that I love when they all come together and do the performances. So
because some of them are really neat.
That's always interesting, and a lot of them always do different things, and not one act is just like the other, in my opinion.
I can see that.
I will say that sometimes like the poppy numbers get kind of similar, but that you can always tell the differences. Mm-hmm. And even though I only speak English and don't know what they're saying,
the music still gets in your head.
Oh yeah, it does. It always is super catchy. I remember like some of the songs throughout the years I can sing without like listening to it. Like I can sing Dancing Lushka Tumbai.
Okay.
I love that one. Anyway, so before we get into that, what have you been up to this week, Dillon?
Nothing. We went and saw Trixie and Katya.
I was going to say, we're both literally sitting here.
No.
And you're like, we've done nothing. We went to Trixie and Katya, The Bald and the Beautiful live. It was amazing. But other than the fact that the people behind us would not shut the hell up, and then they...
Stupid drunk college kids.
Yeah. And then they spilt their alcohol all over my merch. That was really annoying, so I'm glad that my shirt wasn't ruined. Otherwise, I would have to find them and harm them.
They didn't spill any alcohol on mine.
Well, I was so mad, and they would not shut up.
I know, you should have turned around and said, shut the fuck up.
I'm sorry, but if you're going to a show, respect the people around you. It's not a hard thing to do to keep your mouth shut. But anyway.
Or at least be polite and talk shit quietly.
Right. Whisper it. Like
I was raised right.
Yeah, lean into each other. Don't just scream at each other from one end to the other.
Exactly.
But anyway, so that's really all we have been up to. Let's dive in because we have 25 different people that we need to get through because we're going to do the finale. So don't be upset with us if we just like kind of say a quick thing about somebody.
Because we're not going to treat this like Eurovision and take 4 hours.
I love that it's 4 hours because I can watch it all day.
I mean, like I put it on in the background and I played my games. And so I listened to it, and if one like stuck out to me, I would watch it.
Oh, girl, I put all my games down and just watched it.
I couldn't, because some of them were...
Not your favorite?
Yeah.
Now, first things first, some of our favorites might not be everybody else's favorites.
Exactly. Everyone has their own opinion. Like, most people probably don't like you, and that's okay.
See, this is what I deal with. My mom was talking about her friend was her bully at dinner tonight, and I was like, well, my friend Dillon would be my bully.
Yep.
Anyway, so we are going to get started on this. So we are going to just move from the ranking.
The losers.
Shut up. They're not losers. Just to make it there is a huge accomplishment.
They didn't win.
Well,
so they were losers.
Okay, Abby Lee, who cares if they didn't win? They won for their country, though, if you think about it.
They still lost.
They lost Eurovision, but it's not the end of the world.
I never said it was. I'm just calling them losers.
Wow, you're a real good person. So let's start with number 25.
And who was it?
It was Gate.
That was the name of the song, right? Or
No,
is
that
that
was
the
the
name
band.
of the artist?
You're supposed to have the list.
I don't even remember Gate.
They were
from Norway.
Norway. I remember them. She stood up on a rock, and it was a band.
So did the Ukraine.
Anyway, she had a lot of like water effects behind her in the
So did
vocal.
the Ukraine. Sorry.
You're being a real douche. Anyway, her vocals were phenomenal. I liked the song. It wasn't in like my top 5, but
It wasn't in their top 24.
anyway, so let's move on to number 24.
I like that song. That one was catchy.
Well, what was it?
It was called We Will Rave by Colleen, Austria.
Okay, so let's get into this because I know that we're not going to spend all day on like everybody, but I think that she is
like Norway.
She is a phenomenal performer. I thought that she was a better, more talented, prettier Erica Jane is the vibes she was giving me. I do think that in the finale, they kind of screwed her over, and that's my opinion, because it lagged with the filming so that you didn't even get to see her dance break.
Hers was a dance break. Okay.
Yes. Hers was the one where I was like, wait a second, because I saw it in the semifinals, and I rewinded my TV to see if I had to the loading was wrong, but it just kept skipping it, and it really annoyed me. Well, it was one of my top 5, I will say. I really liked her. I know that she's been trying to get into Eurovision for a little bit, and this was her first time making it. So,
well, I would add her song to a playlist.
It is on my playlist now. It was one of them that got stuck in my head, and I still listen to it. Number 23 was
Slovenia. Did I say it right? Slovenia?
We're going to butcher names, so I'm really sorry. But anyway,
I'm
song
ignorant.
name,
I'm United States.
song name and performer.
Veronica? I don't know if that's the song name. That's the song name because it's in bigger font. And then Raven is the performer.
Well, she was good.
I don't remember her.
I don't remember the song specifically, but I do remember the performance.
I can play it.
You don't have to play it, Dillon. She was the one where she kind of looked kind of witchy as well.
Okay.
And she was performing. I don't really have a lot to say.
So she was like low rent Bambi Thug.
That's not what I'm saying. But I liked her performance at the time. I don't really remember the song too much.
Okay.
But that's my fault. I'm sure she's loved by a lot of people. She did really good because she made it to the finals. Just to be in the finals is the big
You're so
freaking
diplomatic.
deal. I'm trying to be. Anyways, number 22 is
Spain. Zora. Nebulosa.
So 22, they were in my big 3. Each one of us picked 3 of our favorites, and Spain was in one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. So for them to be in 22, I was a little shocked, but at the same time, I'm just going to throw this out there. Every time I watch American singing competitions, as soon as I say I like somebody, they lose.
Yeah.
And her song was really good. Nebulosa, their song Zora, was really catchy. I kept singing it all night.
Because they had all the dudes in the assless chaps and the old lady dancing, right?
It was only 2 dudes, but yes. Zora, Zora.
Okay.
But I did make the comment to Corey. I was like, if she wanted dudes to be doing splits and stuff like that and acrobatics, she should have just got 2 drag queens. Just my opinion. So, Zora, great song. Loved it. One of my favorites. Sad that it only made it to 22.
Yeah, that is sad. I thought they'd go a little higher.
I did too. So, that being said, let's move to song number 21.
From Georgia.
Was that one Fire?
The country. Firefighter. By Nutsa Buzzalades. I don't know how to pronounce.
You know what? You're really giving me the vibe of the graduation thing where that woman just butchered everyone's name. That's you right now.
Adeltazine.
And we're gonna keep you doing this because this is part of the entertainment. But
well, yeah, you're being all diplomatic, not saying anything negative about anything.
Well, I don't have anything really negative to say about any of them. Are you just scared
that someone's gonna attack you for your views?
No, I'm not, because there are a few that I have some negative things to say about. I just haven't really made it to any that was memorable that I was like, this, I don't like this. But Firefighter was a good song. My husband really liked it.
I don't
it was
know
catchy.
if I remember it.
It was a kind of dance poppy number.
Okay.
She also had a dance break in her song.
Okay. Did they skip hers?
No, they didn't. They did not skip hers. But oh well.
Poor Austria.
I know. She was so good.
All right, I'm going to let you pronounce Estonia's for number 20.
Estonia got number 20. Dillon doesn't want to say it.
It's
Mendest Medaji, 5 Minest, and Pulup, which I know I butchered that, so I apologize to the people of Estonia. But I remember the song.
Where is Estonia?
I don't know. I didn't pass geography. Mapping's not a strong suit of mine. Fun fact, I thought Trinidad was in Wisconsin because it was Trinidad WI. And everybody at work laughed at me because I said, what is so funny? I go, Trinidad's only like a 2-day transit from Indiana. And they were like,
girl.
That's what they said. They're just like, oh, honey.
Girl.
So mapping is not my strong suit. But I remember the song because they had the Estonian Pitbull, because he was a bald man with the sunglasses and it reminded me of Pitbull. And they had the real catchy dance where they're just like, ooh, I can't do it.
Was that okay?
I'm pretty sure that was them. So Dillon doesn't remember it, but we did take a moment to look at it so that he could try to refresh his memory.
Remember a lot of these.
No, Dillon slept since then, but he remembers it now, and I just want everybody to know that he did start getting into it in the first 15
It was
seconds.
actually catchy.
I told you. It's the one where like they did that dance on stage where they're just like going back and forth, and I loved it.
You know, I actually they weren't bad. I like the next one too.
So,
19.
Number 19 is
Finland. No rules. That was the weird one.
That was Windows 95, man.
Yes.
Yes.
Where he was naked the whole time, but he looked like
he wasn't naked though. He had the little thong on in the front.
I figured,
but
they just blurred it out, and then he jumped into shorts.
You're forgetting
it was so weird.
So it was so catchy, and that performance was so wild.
It was
like he comes out of an egg, a computer egg at the beginning, and then he's running around. And I love the cameras angles that they did.
But he looks like he's from a trailer park.
He does.
He has his mullet and his little mustache.
He looks like he belongs here in Indiana.
Yes.
But
no rules.
It cracked me up because then towards the end of it, he lights up the sparklers and they're going all over the place. He was a good one. He is one that I will always remember. Higher. You know, I'm shocked with a lot of the rankings. Windows 95, man, that was so good. That's one of them that I've watched on TikTok and YouTube multiple times. So number 18.
It was the UK.
Ooh, so Ollie Alexander, his song was Dizzy, wasn't it?
Yes.
See, I remember some of them. It was not.
He reminded me of Sam Smith, and I don't like Sam Smith that well.
I'm not a Sam Smith fan either, though I do love Unholy, but with Kim Petras. You don't like that song?
I'm happy for you.
Kim Petras makes everything better for me. But Ollie Alexander, I will say I did not like the performance. Flat out, not for me. It wasn't my cup of tea.
It was a meh thing.
But I will say that on the CD, the more that I listen to the song, the more it kind of gets stuck in my head, because Corey, he listens to it and he's played it a few more times for me, and I'm like, okay, I can see why that's so catchy. The performance just was not it for me. And I will say, when he got 0 votes from the fans, he had the best reaction. He just kind of looked at the camera and laughed you win some, you lose some. And in that moment, I was like, I might like this guy. Because, I'd probably start crying. I'd be like, no one.
Because you're a sore loser.
I am a sore loser.
I know this.
That's why I could never do reality TV, because as soon as I get sent home, I always remember Project Runway when Heidi would be like, Auf Wiedersehen, and give the kisses. I would have kicked her in the stomach.
I would have had scissors in my pocket. So whenever she did that, I'd just cut her hair. I mean,
not
I
where
would
thought
go.
you were going. I thought you were gonna be like, I'd shiver.
No, I would cut her hair so it looks bad. God, I'm not a monster.
With your luck, you'd cut her hair, and then she'd
Oh my
get
God,
it
I'd leave a
done.
scar.
No, you'd cut her hair, and the next day, like when they resume filming, and you see the film, you'd be like, "It looks better now." That's your luck.
Like the whole Regina George thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Ollie Alexander, I think he the performance wasn't for me, but the song, the more I listen to it, the more I like it. I'm still listening to the Eurovision soundtrack about once a day. Who's next?
Serbia.
Number?
I don't remember. 17.
And Serbia, song name, song artist.
Ramonda?
And song name.
Teodora?
So I will be honest, I'm not really remembering it too much. It didn't really stick out to me personally.
No, it is very moody.
It was very moody. It kind of gave me Little Mermaid vibes, but that's just me.
It just made it like when she was saying it, it sounded like she was saying name 'em. So it made me think of Sutton. Name 'em.
So let's move on to number 15.
16.
16.
It's okay. You went to Greenfield. You
I
don't do
did.
math.
I went to a public school.
16 is Latavia. Where's Latavia?
Oh, I have no idea. What was the song? And
Hollow and Dons. Dons is the artist.
I will be honest. I didn't think was going to make it to the finals, so that was a surprise.
They had to carry some through.
So
It couldn't all be the big four.
it was. It wasn't one of my favorites. I'm sure it was an emotional song, but it wasn't one that I have much to say on.
Another moody one.
Yeah.
All right. Next. Oh, your husband likes this one. Number 15 is Cyprus. Liar by Scylla Capsis.
I liked her song. My husband really liked her song.
The only thing about Cyprus I know of is fraud comes from there.
She did another like dancey song.
It was catchy though.
It was catchy. I listened to it actually today because it was on my random on my phone and it played it. I like her. I was happy for her. That's really all I have to say about it though. Any thoughts, comments, concerns?
No.
Wow, you're just so emotional with these.
I mean, I'm making jokes about them.
That's true. Moving on.
14. IKEA. Not really.
You're stupid.
14 was Lithuania. Luck Telk. Sylvester Belt. I feel like Dr. Seuss.
I loved him. He was one of Corey's favorites as well. He was one of my favorites. It was very dancey, very poppy.
I don't remember it. I don't remember a lot of these, and I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I remember most of them. So he was the one, he stood in the red suit in the middle of the stage. He was one of our favorites. So I'm happy for him. And he and Bambi Thug, it turns out, became very good friends because there are cute little videos on TikTok with him and Bambi Thug where like they're at the club together and like partying and stuff.
We're not to Bambi Thug yet. You can't talk about her yet.
I can talk about whoever I want to talk about. This is my podcast. But I like their cute little friendship that is all over the internet.
Well, good.
Because I like it when the artists become friends. Like, I just think.
I have to say, Eurovision was really giving me Hunger Games vibes before they kill each other. So, I mean...
Their performance for, like, support and sponsorships for when they're in the game.
So, I was just waiting for them to kill each other, and they never did. They gave someone a Gilmore Girls DVD set for some reason. I don't understand it.
So that she can watch it while she's in the arena.
But anyways, so the next 13 is Luxembourg. Tolly is the name of the artist, and Fighter is the song.
I really liked her. She was
a fighter.
Yeah, Dillon, she was a fighter. She had another like dance poppy song. She was entertaining. I do want to point out that Luxembourg hasn't been a part of the competition in I think 30 years.
I thought Luxembourg is in Germany. I didn't know they were their own country.
Well, again, I don't map. I just go by what they say. But
Google Maps.
she did really well, especially for a return for a country after like 30 years.
That's good.
Because it turns out that they haven't done it in a long time. I don't necessarily know why, other than I think that they were
probably
mad.
didn't have good artists.
Well, I read somewhere that they were mad that they lost one year, but
Ooh.
yeah, but for coming back, I think she was a perfect person to come back and represent because her song is stuck in my head as well.
Is it?
Yes, I really do like that song. Anyway, moving on to number 12.
Who are they?
Germany.
Yes.
I don't know the song name.
It was Isaac is the artist and Always on the Run. Isaac was that heavyset dude, right?
Yes, he was.
I remember him. I didn't like the song very well.
I didn't like the song either.
But I remember him.
I will say that they had a stronger showing this year than they did last year, because last year they did this heavy metal group that I think that they were damn near last. But
okay.
Isaac, I like his vocals. The song just did not resonate with me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that one, but congratulations.
Yeah, you go, girl.
You're so stupid. So when we get back, we will continue talking about number 11, which is
Greece.
Okay. And we are back.
God.
So let's talk about Greece. Song name and artist, please, Dillon.
Zari is the song name. Marina Sati, I think, is the artist.
So this song I really loved. She is one of my top 5. I'm going to throw this out there. She hit all those high notes and it sounded really good. She did a great dance. This is one
it kind of sounded really like Bollywood.
Yeah, it really stuck with me. Like, it got stuck in my head. The girl who did it, kudos to you. You are such a good performer. And now I want to talk about some of the craziness that was going on backstage. So we'll talk about this more when we get to the person that was like kind of instrumental in it. But she became a meme and a GIF because every time another country, a specific country, would talk during press conferences and all that, she would pretend to be asleep just to be like, I don't want to listen to them. So that's kind of like, that's serving for me. So I really like her. I think
she just didn't give a fuck.
She didn't. And I like people like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my people. But what did you think of the song?
I like the song. It was catchy.
It was super catchy. And you said that it gave you Bollywood vibes.
Yeah. Well, just when she was hitting the high notes.
Let me ask you this. Would you put it on a playlist?
Well, it's on my Eurovision playlist I'm listening to.
Did you remove people from your Eurovision
Not yet.
playlist? Well, then that's not a big deal. She is one that I have on my playlist.
I'm still learning how to do Apple Music.
Oh, you started Apple Music?
I did.
Congratulations. I love Apple Music. And let me tell you.
Because I was tired of Spotify.
Well, it's saving me so much money for me because you know that I would buy all that stuff from iTunes.
Yeah.
And now I just have Apple Music, so I have everything.
Exactly.
Which is awesome. The only problem is if I don't download the song, once I hit a spot, like going to like Corey's parents, I don't have internet, so then it starts skipping.
Oh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Anyway, Greece, love you. I hope to see more from you in the future.
10. It's Portugal.
Song and country, or song and artist.
Song and country is Portugal.
Well, I figured...
Grito is the name of the song. And Lolanda?
So I do remember this performance. So she was out there in a white bodysuit. Well, it wasn't really a bodysuit. It was kind of flowy. But...
it can't be a bodysuit if it's flowy.
Shut up, Dylan. Anyway, I liked her performance. The song wasn't really like my cup of tea. Like, it wasn't one that I really stuck with me. But I liked the performance. I liked her. I liked her
they
attitude.
were top 10, so
She was top 10.
They were better than Greece.
Depends on who you ask.
Honestly, I remember Greece. I don't remember Portugal.
So that being said, let's move on to number 9.
Which, unlike their song title, Unforgettable by Marcus and Martinez from Sweden, I don't remember it. Wasn't it the two twinks?
They were twins, I think.
Okay.
But yes, there were two twinks. It was one of those songs.
It was unforgettable.
More like forgettable. I remember the performance. I didn't really care for it. It was another one that wasn't really for me, but...
So anyways, number 8, Armenia.
Ooh, who was Armenia?
Jocko is the name of the song. La Divina is the artist.
I think I remember this one.
You know what we really need? When we announce these names, someone needs to like do it like the Miss America. Or is the Miss USA, or not Miss Universe. France.
So when we get to France, are you going to do that?
No. I liked it. Where is Armenia?
So again, Dillon, I don't really map.
You're supposed to know these
I don't know where like any country is unless it's like the U.S. Like if you were to lay out a map of the U.S.,
like Trinidad,
I probably wouldn't be able to tell you where every state is either. But anyway, Armenia. I loved her performance. Mm-hmm. She entered with a song that's like folky and kind of like traditional for
them.
Yes, for Armenia. And it was one where it gets stuck in your head like for days. My husband's been going la 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 la, like doing the whole song.
I think she was a little more catchier than Zari was to me. Zari, don't get me wrong, I like Zari, but now that I remember the song,
she is so good. She is also on my playlist, and I understand why she ranked so high because it was super catchy. She was a lot of fun on stage. The performance was great. Moving on to
Unfortunately, she was number 8, and now number 7 is Italy.
Oh. Number 7 is Italy.
La Noia is the name of the song, and Angelina Mango. That sounds like a drag queen name.
Welcome to the stage, Angelina Mango.
Or stripper.
Oh, I like it better as a drag queen.
I agree.
She is one that when she was performing, I wasn't really into it, like the song. But it's another one of those where, like, as I've listened to it more, I like it because it gets stuck in your head. Anyway, she was very good. The song, as it was being performed, I wasn't entirely into. However, it's one that has gotten stuck in my head, and now it's probably up there with my favorites. So I definitely see why she ranked so high.
I can see why she ranked so high.
It was super catchy. The more I hear it, the more it gets stuck in my head. So congratulations to her.
So, we ready for number 6?
Yes.
It is Ireland.
Okay.
Doomsday Blue is the name of the song, and Bambi Thug is the artist.
I got excited. I love them.
They're weird. Like, their it was good. It was amazing. It's just weird.
So, again, I didn't think I was going to like them. But, like, when I saw the performance, all week I've been doing the, I know you're living a lie. It has been in my head. And, like, Corey will come, like, he works overnight. So when he comes home and comes to bed, if I'm awake, I'll roll over to him and I'll be like, I know you're living a lie.
Oh, my God.
And he gets really annoyed with me. I love that performance. Like, I think that out of every single performance this year, top notch.
To say, they did really good, like, performance value. Like, they put money into the aesthetic and shit.
And, like, I didn't think that the screamo part was going to be, like, for me. But, again, love it. I have no bad critiques on this one because they were
I didn't
phenomenal.
like her grill.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that it went with the theme. So, they are pagan, and I... like the whole outfit and everything, I thought that it kind of like added to it.
I don't know. I just didn't like it. I mean, I liked the song. It was just like it was just so weird.
They were also one that a lot of drama was going on backstage. Like they missed their last rehearsal, I believe, because of some of the drama that was going on with another country. And to be able to still put on that level of a performance, icing on the cake. I have no negative thoughts about Bambi Thug. The only like thing that I will say, I thought that they would rank higher, but that's because they were one of my favorites. Same thing with Spain. I thought that they would be higher, but Bambi, love. Any other thoughts on Bambi for you?
No.
I've said it all.
Yeah. I mean, I like the performance. They were really cool. And I liked that they were happy for the winner, even though they weren't the winners.
They sit there, and they're one where whenever it comes up, like, because I TikTok at night all the time, like everybody, and I don't skip it when it's a like from Bambi's clip, because I just love that performance so much.
It's a good one. Number 5 is your favorite person.
Who?
Israel.
Okay, so
Hurricane's the name of the song, and the artist is Eden Golan.
So this is where things are going to get a little controversial. I don't think Israel should have been there. So I'm not going to really comment on the song or anything. Everything that I've seen, their team was harassing people backstage.
That's bad sportsmanship. Well, on that note, number 4 is France.
Ew, so France, he has a pretty voice.
So the artist's name is Salami. That's what it looks like. Slimane.
Mon Amour.
Mon Amour is the name of the song. I can pronounce that, not Salami. And I apologize.
So with France, I will say that I love his voice. There was a moment where he sat there and he stepped away.
Was his a sad song?
I don't know what he was singing about, but I know that it was a good song.
Okay.
I loved where he stepped back from the microphone and you just heard how powerful his voice was in the stadium because you could just hear it. Mm-hmm. That was my favorite part of his performance.
Oh, that's cool.
The song was very beautiful.
That's probably why he was number 4.
Well, I'm not a big like emotional song guy. Like I like dancey poppy stuff, if people can't tell.
No.
So
never.
I will say that he had a very beautiful voice.
Well, good.
That's most I can say about it.
All right. So number 3, the Ukraine.
Okay.
I like it. The name of the song is Teresa and Maria. Mm-hmm. And then the artists are Alanya, and Jerry Hale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hey.
I believe that's it. So I know that they were in your big 3.
I like them. Theirs is probably the one I remembered the most because I just thought the chorus was so like catchy.
Yes. So we're in the big 3. So
the big 3. Ooh.
These were the numbers like 1, 2, and 3. So I will say they were phenomenal. Mm-hmm. They were catchy. You remembered it. The performance was powerful. They had one of those performances where I really had to like remind myself, this is live singing. Like this girl is really belting this out live.
I think
Ashley Simpson.
My only complaint with it was at the end when they like got into their formation for the weird like
lay down.
Yes. Fat people don't lay down well. And you could tell she wasn't laying down. So it was weird. It was awkward.
So
trust me, I know.
My favorite part of that whole performance is where she walked up the rock formation. That was just such throughout the whole competition. I will say that was one of the most powerful moments. I
liked the chant. Like it reminded me of like the Gregorian chant. So I don't know. I just thought that was kind of haunting and cool.
Ooh, I agree with that. And I got to tell you, I don't know what Gregorian is.
I only know it from high school band because we had to do it in one of our marching shows.
Oh, well. I loved Ukraine. They're another one that I can watch on repeat. Mm-hmm. As you know, I made my mother watch it. I made one of my sisters watch it and her kids because I'm trying to get other people into Eurovision so that I'm not the only one that watches it.
And he says I'm the bully.
Ukraine's was so good though.
Anyways, number 2.
Number 2 was
Croatia by Baby Lasagna, Rim Tim Tagi Dem. That one was catchy.
That one was super catchy. So they were in Corey's top 3.
We do not own the rights to all the bad music Steven is singing. Just so we're clear.
I'm sorry I'm butchering songs. But
you butchered the songs, I butchered the names.
He was so catchy. And I gotta tell you, he won the popular vote, which That's hard to do. And like, that's another song that gets stuck in your head the whole time. And
his name's adorable, Baby Lasagna.
And I fell down a rabbit hole where like I've seen his other, like heard some of his other music as well. And one of them is like Love Yourself but Not Too Much or something. And it's singing about like love yourself but not too much because you may think you're special but you're not.
You should take that to heart.
Shut up, Dillon. His song, though, at Eurovision was super catchy. The performance was great. The dance gets stuck in your head, as you saw, because I poorly just tried to execute some of the dance moves.
You go, girl.
I try, at least. What were your thoughts on Baby Lasagna?
I liked it. I liked the song. I remember it sort of.
He was he was a joy to watch, and you could tell that he was having the time of his life up there.
Good.
And I saw a video of him where they asked him if he's met and talked to all the other Eurovision artists. And he sat there and he was like, I've met some of them, but I'm really shy. So if they want to come up and meet me, like, I really want to meet everybody. But like, I just feel like if I go up to them, they're not going to like me.
That's sad.
I like him.
But I understand that. That's a mood.
That is social anxiety.
To the core.
So like, I get him. I like him. Congratulations on second place. He deserved it.
Now number 1.
And my favorite.
Switzerland. And Nemo is the artist and The Code is the song.
Woo! Congratulations, Switzerland!
Honestly, I like the Ukraine better. But...
well,
that's just my personal preference.
Switzerland was my number 1 choice. So I was super happy because every time I like somebody in the US, they lose. So I was really happy that the person that I wanted to win Eurovision this year won. So
except Jost.
Well, he got kicked out unfairly.
I have a song stuck in my head right now, and that's all I'm singing.
From him?
Yes.
You're welcome. Nemo, it was so exciting watching like the points read off and all of that because like you could see the love that some of these artists have for each other, which I just absolutely love. So I say kudos to Nemo this year. Congratulations. That means that next year we are going to be watching Switzerland is where they will be hosting. I'm curious to see if all of the countries are returning, if some new ones are participating. Eurovision is the only singing competition that I look forward to all year, so I can't wait for one day maybe it'll take off in the U.S. as well. Like people watch it here. We all know
damn well Taylor Swift will be the U.S. one.
I'm not saying like we get a representative, Dillon. I'm saying I want more people in the U.S. to watch it.
Eurovision on the map. She did football this year, Eurovision next.
You know what? If that gets more people here watching it so that I have people to talk about it with, I have no one to talk about this with. So please.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a short break.
Talk to me about it. I need people to talk to with it. So we will be right back and we will do our final thoughts. Well, we are back. We're going to do final thoughts. We have a visitor. It is my dog, Freya.
This one actually won't eat me.
She was crying outside the door while we were recording, so I let her in. So that being said, that's a wrap on Eurovision for this year. What was your big takeaway this year?
That I will probably watch more of it next year.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. I think next year we should like do a little like street, like I come over and watch it with you guys.
Like a little viewing party?
Yeah, because it's okay watching it by yourself, but
I can watch it by myself all the time. So that being said, I can't wait for next year. I am always waiting for more Eurovision. There's not a whole lot going on for the rest of the week, so I hope everybody has a wonderful week. Like, follow, subscribe, make comments. Tell us who you liked if you watched Eurovision, who you didn't like, what you think about what we've said. You could tell us that you hate us if you want.
Exactly. You can find us wherever you listen, watch podcasts, all that good stuff.
YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Patreon. We are on all of them. So we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Dillon.